There are lots of different loadouts in Call of Duty WWII that you can choose from. You can join the Mountain Division for your fix of sniping, Armoured is where you want to be if you like your heavy weaponry, and you can run and gun to your heart's content with the Airborne Division, where SMGs are the order of the day. But what about a loadout that will give you a fighting chance in any situation? Well, that's what this video today will help you with. A class setup that will let you compete in just about any gunfight you happen to find yourself in. But before we continue, I want to let you guys know that this is the last video where you can enter the giveaway that my network and I have set up. They've sponsored this video. You can head down into the description and click the link to the giveaway page, where you could win some collector's editions of the game and the big overall prize, the PS4 Pro. You will have to answer a question though, so make sure you pay attention to the video. Right then, let's get into this versatile loadout. I'm sure you can tell, it focuses on the BAR rifle, and I've got it equipped in the Infantry division. This gives you various progressive upgrades the higher you rank up the division. So first of all, we get our bayonet attachment. Level 2 means you can have an extra attachment on top of the standard 2 that you usually get. Level 3 gives you extra magazines so you don't run out of bullets, and level 4, the really good one, you'll end up moving faster when you aim down sights. This really helps with the BAR as it's a weapon that can be very accurate at range, but sometimes aiming down sight will get you caught out by somebody sneaking up on you. Being able to move faster reduces that threat slightly. Next, let's give you a rundown about the BAR itself and the attachments that I think you should be rolling with. First of all, I've got a sight on here. The lens scope unlocks at weapon rank 2, and that's perfectly fine, but I prefer the reflex sight, and that unlocks at rank 5. It's a clearer view overall, and I think it looks better with this nice sharp reticule that I've got equipped as well. Next, I've gone for the grip attachment. Again, this helps when aiming down sight. It reduces weapon recoil in ADS, and tying that with the level 4 progression item for the Infantry division, moving faster while you ADS, you've got a lot of reason to go for those longer range targets as well as the closer range ones. This attachment alone makes it easier to engage enemies at distance, and I think that makes the BAR much more versatile overall. And lastly, I've got the quick draw attachment on there too. Don't forget, level 2 Infantry Division progression lets you equip 3 different attachments to your weapon, and quick draw is a good option for the BAR. It allows you to aim down sight faster, which should benefit you in all types of engagements, but especially at mid to long range when somebody might already be looking at you. The secondary I've gone for is the M1911 because, let's face it, who doesn't like the M1911? But ultimately here, I'd say that your secondary isn't hugely important. You'll be respawning in enough and hardly running out of ammo with the BAR anyway, but it's always nice to have a backup if you do run out of ammo in that magazine and you want to quickly switch to another weapon. I always like to have a standard frag grenade in my loadout as well. That's what I've gone for here. It just feels like the nade that I'm most comfortable with, and it's got a nice big explosion on it which will sometimes graze a few enemies if they're standing close to one another. And last but not least, to tie up this loadout, let's discuss the basic training perk that I've applied here. I'm using LOADOUT. Now the reason I've chosen this one, it ties into all the different attachments that I have on the BAR and the fact that I'm using the Infantry division as well. LOADOUT changes your heads-up display to be more sensitive to enemies at a distance, and it will display their player names from a much further distance away than what you'd normally expect. It also increases your minimap coverage, which I'd say is an even bigger bonus, as you can gain so much information from the minimap in this game. Think about every time someone pops a recon plane up. That increased range on your minimap means you can see so much more, and likely many more enemy locations. The ultimate reason that LOADOUT goes really well with my BAR loadout though, is because enemies appear at a greater distance. I can take advantage of those targets with all the attachments that improve my ADS accuracy and my ADS speed. I've already got a good chance of killing somebody at range with those attachments, but now I've got a marker to aim at as well, so I can track my target far more easily. This class loadout has been really effective for me over the last few days as I've been grinding out assignments and contracts, and I'd say it's now pretty much my go-to option when I boot up Call of Duty World War II multiplayer. And I hope this is a loadout that you guys can have success with too. But thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to check out our giveaway, link down in the description. As I said, this is your last chance to get yourself into the running for some collector's editions of Call of Duty World War II, and the big overall prize, the PS4 Pro. But until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.